Hola, mis amores, and happy Memorial Day. And to those that are watching that are veterans or in the military, I appreciate everything you have done for our country, and I thank you. For some reason, when we shop at Sephora, I know I do this, we tend to kind of skip over Sephora products. And I got a sample of their foundation, and I actually heard some good things about their foundation, so I decided to go ahead and try it for myself. So since I got the sample, I'm going to try it for you guys today, and I'm going to do a wear test and kind of like a first impression. So if you guys are interested in this foundation, like I am, stay here with me and we'll find out together. So the foundation is from the Sephora collection. It is supposed to be a 10-hour wear. And then it says here, it's buildable coverage for a natural, flawless finish, conceals blemishes, and smooths the skin. It's oil-free, and it's available in 37 shades, which is awesome. Good job, Sephora. I only have 3 shades here. And I'm thinking I'm just going to use the light one, just in case it oxidizes, because I've never used this before and I haven't heard anything about it oxidizing. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the light one, and the light one is called Clear Light Ivory, number 10. Like usually I would go for the medium, but I'm kind of scared if it oxidizes that it's going to be too dark for me. I do have a cookout today and people are coming over, so I don't want to be like wham too dark or like I don't know what I'm doing, even though the light, I mean, the light is easier to work with because when you use a lighter foundation, you can kind of darken it up with some bronzer and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to go with the light one. So let's take that out of the package somehow here. Okay. It's like a little tear strip. Yeah, I'll go with the light one. I'm kind of scared it's going to be so light on me. What do you guys think? We're gonna go with it. So this is what it looks like when it's open. It is a little bit, no, I thought it was runny, but it's not. It's pretty thick. It has a little bit of a scent to it. It's like a regular foundation scent, but I don't know, like cleaner, softer. Most of my brushes are dirty right now. I was supposed to clean them this weekend, but I ended up getting really busy. So I have this seamless buffing brush from Bare Minerals. So I'm going to try to use this for the foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and prep my skin using the Cover FX mattifying primer, which this is a little sample size, but I do enjoy this. I think it does a great job for my skin. My face has been horrible lately. Like, I don't know why. I am on like some new medication, so I'm wondering if it's the medication. I don't know, but it's like, it's making me so sad and depressed. Or maybe it's because I'm using all these types of products. I don't know. But let's dip into here. So I'm just going to do a little bit of dipping the brush in. Kind of like that. This is really light. I'm so scared. I'm gonna dot it all over the face. Wow. This is really light. Ah! Okay, I think I'm going to mix because this is like white on me. I'm like a ghost, guys. Wow. It did not look that light in the thing. does dry pretty quickly, I will say. Alright, that is way too light for my liking, so I'm going to go in with the second shade that's in here, and it is medium beige 25. Yeah, this was definitely my shade. Oh, Lord. But this is why it's nice to have samples. Because, like, things kind of deceive you in their containers. Oh my goodness, my face looks so white. I'm so sad. Okay, so this said it was buildable, and like it's taken the other foundation that I put on away, and I'm getting like patches, which I'm not liking. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and kind of like, because I have all these streaks and all these patches now. I don't feel like it covered my blemishes the way that I usually like, but it did cover them kind of naturally. Like you can still see them, but they're covered, if that makes sense. I look really white on camera, but I look okay in my mirror. So it was easy to blend. The only thing I would say is the buildable part. I didn't feel like it was buildable with a brush. I'm not too sure about the sponge, but the sponge is helping now to kind of blend everything. But when I put it with the brush the second time, I felt like it was taken away, especially on my nose. It kind of like took away this whole area right here. I had like a big gap there. I don't know if you could see it when I did it. So it looks really nice on camera. In my mirror, it looks kind of like a sheer coverage, like something more natural. It's still sticky, so it would be something that you would have to set unless it takes longer to dry. But yeah, it's still really sticky or tacky. I don't know what word you guys like better, sticky or tacky. So it looks okay. I don't think it looks horrible. I will say that I do have a really white cast now because of putting the lighter foundation on. But other than that, I don't think it looks too horrible. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so this is my final look. I kind of kept it simple just because I have a lot to do yet. And, you know, the focus is on the foundation, so I didn't really want to put too much, you know, effort into a makeup look when we're focusing on the foundation. So my thoughts on the foundation, it did take a while to dry, so I kind of just set it with powder. There's still like, I mean, it's set, but I still feel kind of tacky, which is weird. And I'm not a fan of that so far. Hopefully it dries down. I didn't feel like, I like stuff that make me feel matte. Like I feel like my face is almost like tone. I don't know how to explain. Like I love the feeling of the tightness when a good matte foundation is on. I don't feel that at all. It's very flexible. It's very lightweight, which is nice. I do like that about it. It's different from what I'm used to. The coverage is not really there. As you can see, you can still see all my blemishes. So this is more of a lightweight coverage that you can wear all the time if it's something that you're into. It feels very breathable. As far as building, it said that you could build it up. I didn't feel like you could build it up, but maybe that was me using the brush. Maybe you could build it up using a beauty blender. I'm not sure because I didn't use a beauty blender to put the foundation on. I just used it to kind of smooth it out some, which worked fine. I didn't feel like it was taken away from anything. So far, I'm okay with it. It's not horrible. It's not something I would use all the time, but if it lasts, like I usually like a foundation to last, it would be perfect for the summer where you don't want to wear anything heavy, especially when you're outside a lot, you know, you're sweating a lot, or when you're kind of like on vacation or something and you kind of just want to sit by the pool or, you know, go on the boardwalk or whatever. This is something that I feel if it lasts long, it would be perfect for that. I did not put concealer on, so disregard all of this. I kind of, like I said, I kept it kind of simple. I just put a little bit of bronzer on, a little bit of blush on, and a little bit of eyeshadow, and my mascara and my brows, which I just put tinted brow gel. I didn't really go too crazy. So you can tell me your thoughts on this foundation, if you tried it, or what you think as far as what I did. I'm going to give it about 8 to 10 hours. It does say it's a 10-hour wear. Depending on the day, how the day goes. If it happens to be a shorter day and the foundation isn't working for me, it might be 6 hours. I usually give it about 6 hours as far as wear time. But if I have time myself and I don't like it at the 6-hour mark, I'll probably do it then. If I'm still okay, I'll give it 8 to 10 hours and I'll come back with you guys and I'll tell you my thoughts about it. All right? So I will see you then. All right, guys, I am back. It is a little bit after 8. So I've been wearing this for a little bit over 8 hours. And it doesn't look horrible. But I will say it wore off a little bit around the jawline where I only set, like I didn't have all the extra bronzers and stuff. Even though the bronzer did kind of disappear a tiny bit, it's still like in those spots where I had bronzer and blush, it lasted more than where I did not have anything but powder. As far as the oils, my oils did not come through horribly, except for on my forehead. I'm a little oily up there. But as far as my nose, it did disappear from my nose, but I am not oily, which is good. All in all, I liked it because I didn't feel like it was heavy. I didn't feel like I had makeup on, really. I felt like it was very lightweight and easy for, you know, for today when you're having a cookout and, you know, you're running around talking to everybody, eating, you know, and all that stuff. So I definitely did not touch anything up except for my lips, of course. I put a little bit of lip gloss because my lips looked really dry when I sat down. So I figured I'd put a little bit for you so I don't like hurt your eyes. But as far as the foundation itself goes, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. It is not typically the foundation that I would go to. It was a foundation that I would go to in the past because I didn't like a full face. But I've gotten to the point where a lot of the matte foundations are coming out to be more of a full coverage, and I'm starting to really like that. But as far as this one goes, it is not a full coverage, but it worked for me because of the fact that it was so lightweight and I felt like I wasn't wearing anything, that I felt like it would be perfect for the summer, for vacation, for going to the beach if you're the type of person that needs to have makeup to go to the beach. It is not as long wearing as they say, but I felt like it was fine. Like, it's something that you could wear to just go to the store. If you're like me and doesn't really like to go to the store or out to eat without putting something on your face, I think it's perfect for that, because you're not going to spend hours at a restaurant or hours at a store. You know what I mean? It's like a quick quick thing. I would say it started fading after maybe the 6-hour mark. It started fading like right here. I've said before, I tend to put my hands on my face a lot, especially if I'm talking. I kind of rest my hand on my face, so it doesn't really help, but it did ended up like rubbing off and stuff on those areas, and it was just those areas. So I really don't want to say anything bad about this because I felt like it was a really good foundation. It might last better on somebody else. You never know, because everybody's skin is different. Everybody's oils are different. Some people have dry skin, and it's the same thing with them. Like, some foundations might last on them that other people with the same type skin, the foundation might not last on them. It always depends on your own skin. But like I said, I ended up enjoying this one for not being the type of foundation that I usually go for. So, I mean, you guys can tell me what you think. Do you think it lasted pretty well on my skin? Do you think it would be a foundation for you as far as from what I've said? You know, just comment down below and let me know. Like I said, it's not a full coverage. As you can see, you can still see all my blemishes, especially now that everything has kind of faded away. I will say, for somebody who's on the drier skin type, this is not a fully matte foundation, but it did... After a little while, it did kind of feel matte. Speaking of which, I did want to tell you that after a little bit, it did dry down to like a soft satiny finish, which I ended up liking. But anyway, it's not a totally matte foundation, but it does dry down to almost a matte foundation. So if you have like dry areas, it kind of clung to them. So if you're on the drier side, you know, this is my own opinion, so I don't want you to think that I'm saying this just to say this. But if you're on the drier side, I feel like it might cling to your dry patches if you have dry patches. So, you know, it's totally up to you. Like I said, this was a sample. So if you buy stuff from Sephora, you know how you get like to choose 3 samples. This was on there, so... You know, try it out for yourself, and I'm sure you can go to Sephora and ask them for samples. Like, they're always willing to give you a sample of a foundation to try it out. So I suggest, like, before you go ahead and buy a foundation, try it out, get a little sample. Or even if you buy the foundation, they do allow you, I think, 30 days, and that the bottle be like 75% still full, and you can actually trade it for a different foundation or for your money back. But as far as this foundation, like I said, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I did like it. I did enjoy it. I felt like it was very, very comfortable. And that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being part of my YouTube family. I'm always going to say that because I definitely appreciate the fact that you guys are here to support my channel and to be part of my family. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you on the next video. I love you guys. Happy Memorial Day.